Greetings, this is Kevin Jefferson with your weekly trade theory for Friday, June 6, 2025. I want to shout out my brother, Byron, whose birthday is today. Happy personal new year to you. All right, so we're going to start with Bitcoin here. We have seen that price has hit the pullback point that I put up, I believe it was last week, about that as a potential pullback point. It's hit that on the daily and started to create a complex pullback. And when I go down to the 4-hour chart, I see that price momentum is starting to fall on this, but it could turn around and revert back long. So it may just be literally a pullback and not a reversal. So what would we say? We're watching for a close above 106,673, and then we'll watch the price action around that point if it closes above there, because that will give us an indication if prices wanted to continue long, or it could be resetting back up here to the 109. 109,533.15 area potentially, but that's way into the future, so that's too far to go now. What we're interested in is at 106,673.32 area, and then see if price closes above there and watch the pullback and price action to see if it continues or if it's just a touch and then a continuation short if it doesn't go above there. So if it doesn't close above that number, we're watching for downside action, which there's plenty of downside potential on Bitcoin right now. So we will follow up with this into next week and see what price is giving us to start the week. All right, so we're going to move on to WTI crude. WTI crude is held up. It's sustained. Maybe it's because of summertime and demand has increased. I don't know, but I don't even really get into the fundamental stories because the fundamental stories eventually play out on the charts. But if we don't get a close, we're watching for a close above 63,495. And if we have that, then we're going to watch the price action and see if it continues higher. If it doesn't close above there, now it looks like it wants to today, but if price doesn't close above that number, then we're looking for a potential reset and pullback and a shallow pullback point. Let's say if it closes above the 63,495 area, we're looking for maybe a shallow pullback of at down to 62.894, so not a really deep pullback. Or we could see if price doesn't close above there, then price could reset and come all the way back down either to the downside target, or it could actually reset just down here at a little bit higher at 59.966. So it's at that critical point, and we'll see what if price closes there today, and then at that point we'll make our determination if it's just setting up to continue short. Right now, what I see is this is just a setup to continue short back down. So I'm watching this intently and watching to see what price actually does before making a decision on if that's what's going to happen. I really believe that it's oil wants to drop, so we will watch that. And I'm trying to watch my hypothesis so that I'm not rooting for an outcome and instead just trading what the market is sharing with me. Okay, now we're going to gold. So gold has a potential downside target. It started to weaken here. Now I have a potential daily pullback point. What happened was price actually touched it, but it did not close down here. So that's still in play. When I look at the 4-hour chart on gold, I see a lot of, actually looking at here, price is starting to decelerate. It's taking a long time to reach this previous high up here. And so it's losing momentum, and that gives me an indication the price wants to fall back and give itself a little room to breathe. And so we have a potential down, the daily pullback point could be a new target. But what we have is basically looking for 3134.804 as the initial downside target if price does not clear this new high up here, does not clear price above the 3245 area, then we're looking for that downside target. And like I said, 3134.80 is the first point, and then maybe to hit this potential daily pullback, which is close to it. So looking bearish a little bit on gold in the coming week. Now let's go to US 30, and the Dow has a potential initial target of 41,362.18. So I put target 0 because I had 1, 2, and 3 in here, so that was the new downside target. Now it has not closed above this previous pullback extension point that I mentioned, so price could just be ready to come back and maybe reset at 42,108, or maybe it'll hit the target, but it's showing weakness, and that's not the case for everything. NASDAQ is also showing that price could potentially reset as well. Down here, I put that here at the 21,338.60 area. But price did close above the previous high here. It bounced off, came back, and it's continued higher. So it may be coming up here to come back down and reset. But as it stands right now, we're just kind of watching to see what price does, because it's not in a position to buy. You want to wait for pullback and price to depress a little bit to see if it's going to change directions or if it's just going to give you a higher entry point. But the Nasdaq has shown bullish this week, and then the S&P 500 has also closed above its previous high that I mentioned about a week ago, and it could be doing the same thing, though it may be setting up for a reset down to about the 58.8377 level before continuing along, or it could reverse on us. But right now that's showing also that it's had a little upward momentum, but the shape and structure of this move leads me to believe the price is going to depress and come back down in the coming weeks. So good news for the end of the week. We have positive outcomes, unemployment numbers, all that stuff, keeping the market hanging high. And I think people are buying into this short, but I think, what's going to happen is price is going to drop, and some people are going to probably, be on the wrong side of this opportunity. So that's what I've got for you. Hope you guys have had a wonderful week. Take the time over the weekend to look at this and maybe make some moves based on what you see. But right now, I'm waiting for things to set up based on what I said, and then we'll take action in the following weeks. All right, until next time, enjoy the day and happy trading.